Fantastic. You look fantastic, brother. Thank you.
Woo! Are you guys excited? I'll tell you what, I'm excited for you. Steve's going to come back here in just a few minutes, but I'm just going to set you off on a good start here. I know that a lot of you have traveled a long way. And have you ever felt like you ran into a wall? Well, Steve is known for running into walls because when he barefoots, he goes about sometimes 38, sometimes 45 miles an hour. And when he falls, it's like running into a wall. And Steve and I have learned through our years together in business or in multi-level building businesses that you come to a wall. And I'm going to help you because when MonaVie came to us, we had a wall with a tiny little hole in it. And we could see where we were going to go. And it's kind of like an athlete. You feel like you just can't do anymore. Well, I'm going to kind of turn it around with each one of you because you know what? You feel like you're doing all you can. But I want to tell you, come on, let's toughen up. Are you with me? Let's get a burst of energy. Let's get this thing done. Your family deserves financial freedom. This is your year. This is your timing. And I hope when you look at that wall, you can see a little hole. Because that means that if you keep going, and you keep going, contacting the next person. Steve and I are talking on building a solid business and building depth, doing it right. So if you keep going and you talk to the next person and you're like, well, I'm afraid to talk. You get to use the CDs. Oh my gosh, you got to meet my friends. They found a way to make the income that you're making in a less time. Use your CDs, handing them to the people, right? Well, Steve and I, building the business together as a husband and a wife, you know, he had 2 jobs. I had 1 full-time job, 4 kids, running around like crazy. I'm telling you what, we prioritized our time to make things the right way because we knew that if we didn't do something different, we were going to end up exactly where we're at. So him and I, we had to have a big dream. I was so tired of him working his job and his boss over his throat. So when we got into business, we had not wants, we had needs. So if you're in this business right now and your needs are all filled, you got to figure out what are your wants. For Steve and I, when we got in the business, we were totally broke and we had needs. We needed some income. We needed some freedom. So you got to figure out, you got to have such a big need or such a big dream to keep going on. Somebody said to me the other day, you guys have never changed. You're still the same. You're still fired up. You're so excited. Do you want to know why? Because every time you sponsor somebody new, you figure out what their dream is. We just signed up a couple last week, Amy and Brent. They're on their way here. They're here. And they brought a couple, and their dream is that they want to have financial freedom. They have another dream. They have 6 kids. They want to have a huge car where they all fit in one car at a time. Yeah, that might seem silly, but that's a dream. So I'm telling you what, when you're working with new people and you're sponsored and you're contacting and you're building the business the proper way, you're going to find people that have dreams, and you're going to get so fired up and so excited and have a passion in your heart and want to help them get their dreams because you got your dreams, right? You got your needs. Now you're working on your wants. You with me? Are you guys awake? I hope so. I'm going to tell you, you know what? If I was you, I would run for your life. Now is the best time ever to run for your life. Get this business done. Click arms with all of us, you know. Sorry. I don't know where my water went. Our attitude, Steve and I, every time we build the business, it's not about, you know, who's going to help us do the business. Him and I looked at each other and we said, if we have to do all the work, it will be worth it. All the work. If we didn't do something different, we were going to have to work till I was 72, walking down the aisle on an airplane. Hopefully my rear end would fit out the airplane. Are you with me? Decide how many nights a week that you want to work the business. How many nights do you want to go out and share the opportunity? Because that's what Steve and I did. We decided how many nights a week, and we were persistent and consistent with it. And we have a solid business, not falling off Crowne. When we didn't have now we're calling them home business review. You might be calling them tasting parties. But when we didn't have a home business review or a tasting party, we would go and do a one-on-one. And we didn't do one-on-one at night. We did 2 one-on-ones. That meant that we called somebody up and said, hey, John, are you home? Yeah, great, perfect. We're in your driveway. We got to show you something. And we would run in with the juice. We would run in with, you know, tapes, starter pack, first night pack, run in with all this, so excited that he got his dreams all alive, John. So I just want to encourage you, you know, one-on-ones are probably the best way to get eye to eye with somebody, to really figure out their dream, to figure out what their why is, you know, maybe it might be their career. It could be that they just want to, you know, do some more stuff with their kids. Maybe they want time. But make sure that your car is loaded with juice and you got CDs to hand to them, so when they walk away, they can have amazing, amazing information. Make sure that when you're signing up new people, don't sign them up any less than 500 or 1,000 PV. Really, really important if you want to win and you want to win big. Nobody felt sorry for Steve and I. Hello? We were broke. And we got 12 cases of juice, went out there, made a list, didn't show on our faces that we were broke. We were very excited. You know what? You want your people to win? Okay, 15 of you do. Do you want your people to win? That's more like it. Make sure you got your business builder packs in the car. You're ready to go. That's how every single open meeting that we're doing, every single home tasting party, home review we're doing, we have our business builder packs. We are signing people up right there. They're walking out with all their information. They're so excited. They're going home with product. They're going home with tapes. They're going home with information. They're ready to go. They're going home to make their list. Is that exciting? I mean, you want to make it happen fast. The biggest thing that you can learn in building this business is, we call it IRs, intimate relationships. I would encourage you to make sure that you want to have at least 3 legs that you're working with. Okay, I don't have 3 legs. Well, you got to start with 1. Duh. So you're going to get 1, then you're going to get 2, then you're going to get 3, and you're going to work in each leg with 5 different families, 5 different singles, whatever it might be. It might be a young couple, might be a family with 6 kids like Amy and Brent. So seriously, you want to work 5 intimate relationships. So I'll give you an example. We went the other day. I brought the builder's pack. We signed up Amy and Brent. And before I'm leaving, I'm like, hey, you know, you want to come over for Mother's Day? My kids go, Mom, you're the only one in the whole world that would invite a family with 6 kids, a husband and a wife to the house that you don't even know. But let me tell you what, we got to build a relationship with them. An intimate relationship, just so you guys know, is not somebody that you're actually building the business with. It would be somebody that you could literally call. Like I could call Charlie and Debbie Kalb, because I built an intimate relationship with them. If I had something going on in my life and I needed them now, Debbie, I need you to go to my house. It's 7 p.m. I need you to be there for my kids. She wouldn't ask a question. That's an intimate relationship. I'm telling you what, you build 5 of those in 3 different of your legs. That'll be 15 different intimate relationships that you have. You will be having a solid business going on to black. Exciting? The black tie event was so absolutely incredible. I know you saw the video, but you have to be there. It was so much fun riding the horse and buggy, seeing the fireworks, dressing up in a gown, feeling like a Barbie doll, shopping for the gown, girls. I'm telling you, it was so much fun. I would encourage you to figure out where you're at. Run like you've never run. Do not miss the next tie, because the next black tie, every black tie gets better and better, and you don't want to miss it. You know, make sure that you're signed up for the next convention before you leave here, Anaheim. Make sure you're signed up. Encourage when you see your team, your folks. Make sure that you're saying, hey, let's get signed up for convention, because you know what? Life happens. There's always stuff going on. Our daughter Rami is at a big competition this weekend. If we were to like pick out of a hat, it would be somebody's birthday, somebody's anniversary. You know what? We're talking about financial freedom. This is huge, huge. You need to mark it on your calendar. Make sure that you're there. Make sure that you're bringing lots of people. Don't stop promoting till it's over. Amy and Brent just walked in, and we said to them, hey, can you bring a couple with you? And they brought a couple with them. So I'm telling you, you know what? Don't stop till it's over. It's so worth the journey. Make sure that you're going on to the MonaVie site, because you know what? To build a solid, firm foundation business all over the world, international, you want to make sure that your team and your organization is going to eventually travel all the way to, Anaheim. It's going to travel to Texas. That's what you want. And you want to make sure that you don't have to be, you're duplicating yourself, that you're not the only one doing everything. So make sure that you're sending your people to the MonaVie site, making sure that they're getting registered, getting their tickets for the regional and the city meetings. Really, really important. That's kind of like just a baby seminar, and then bam, we're going to go to Anaheim. All of us, the numbers, if you're at your city and your regional, I'm telling you what, your business will triple by the time Anaheim comes. You know, it's worth the journey. You know, Shelly has her new book out here, This Is Your Year. It's absolutely incredible. I'm not really sure what you want or your purposes in your life, but, she has a little tribute in here to Steve and I, and we built an IR with them, an intimate relationship. She says in here, thank you for building the business, but also thank you for bringing them to eternal life. So, this is a bigger business than you guys can ever imagine. We do have 4 kids. Mia is 24. She just graduated, the highest in her class. She got an award, outstanding award for the last 2 years, being the most outstanding student in a 2-year period. I have on one of her designs. It's called Mia Cherie. Thank you very much. She's won a couple fashion shows. Chloe is in school in Jacksonville, lives with Lita and Brig, rents a place, and, is a straight-A student. She's going to school to be a teacher. Rami is at a tournament right now here in Ackworth, Georgia. This weekend, she won her finals. She had dry hair. She went off the dock dry hair, came back dry hair. We went away on a 20-day trip, and they just said they were going to make a board after her name. And she said, great. And she says, but I want to get paid for it. I'm telling you, when you build this business, you're not going to believe how your kids are going to turn out, because you're going to have strong, strong kids that can handle themselves. Rami said, no, not $1 a board. I want $3 a board. So now she has a board with her name in it, signature by Rami. All over the world, this board gets sold $3 a board she gets. Come on, you guys. It's worth the journey. You know, Blake is 15. He started his own business. He's selling Xboxes. He buys them, rebuilds them. It's called the King Shop. You guys, it's worth the journey. If you got kids, I'm telling you what, make it a reason, make it a purpose. Let's get this done for you. The wall's coming down. I see your future. God bless you guys. You deserve the financial freedom and all of the rewards and all the trips. God bless you.
All right. Great job, babe. How's everybody doing? You fired up? Hey, MonaVie 2.0 is officially here. Are you excited? Community commerce is happening right now, and the energy we've got so far all weekend. Starting, we got here Thursday, should I say Wednesday afternoon, but all the excitement yesterday, today. Can you feel the energy? Can you feel the energy? Someone's going to bust out of here and go diamond. All right? Because Rose, who was up here, did exactly what Gina and I did, got to gold, the same thing we did. Charlie and Debbie, we got gold in 6 weeks. We went gold in 6 weeks, so she's right on her way to moving right through the ranks. Someone else is going to start following her lead. You ready? We're looking for someone to go make it happen, and we're encouraging you to get focused and get serious about your family's future, because no one else is going to get excited. You can sit here like a bump on the log. No one else is going to get fired up about your family's freedom except you. Does that make sense? So you better get excited. Are you excited? Okay? Then show your face. Have some enthusiasm. I told Henry, I was back there woo-hooing when he said he was a world record holder. I mean, it's not easy to be ranked #1 in the world in anything. Am I right? Well, when was the last time you were ranked #1 in something? Okay? Hey, you know what? We had a great time at the black tie event in Paris. Anyone want to go to Paris? Well, guess what? Sponsor some international folks. You start getting focused on where meetings are going on around the world, and you could be going to these black tie events all over the world. But I will tell you, last night the ambiance and everything that we did last night was as good as when we were in Paris in a castle. We had if you are the kind of person that can have fun with wherever you're at, you're going to have fun whether you're just getting started like I did when I was driving with my friend Matt Curtis and his wife Kim in our family van to their first event. We had a blast. We enjoyed the journey. Could you do that? Set a goal to be at the black tie event in September in Anaheim, because you know what? You're not going to want to miss it. Your wife deserves to be dressed up like a princess, and you having a great time with friends that you want to hang around with for the rest of your life. So we encourage you to do the same thing. All right, man, I should have my glasses on this thing. I put my notes on here, okay? Hey, once you discovered your dream, hope you got a dream. You got a dream? First thing you got to have in this business, #1 is a dream, okay? And you've set some goals. You got a goal before you put your head on your pillow tonight. You should have a goal to go gold. When are you going gold? Put that date and write it down. We're going to go gold. Even if you've been in the business for a while, let's go gold again because your group is watching you. You've made some commitments. What commitments? Before you leave today, before dinner, go sign up for the event coming up in Anaheim. You're going anyway. You're going diamond, right? Well, guess what? You got to bring some people with you to Anaheim, so you get signed up first. Go register before you lay your head on the pillow tonight. You're registered for Anaheim, so tomorrow everybody's registered, so we can go from there, start filling up stadiums, right? Okay. Look on the calendar where the next MVP city seminars and regionals are going to be, and clear the calendar. Like Gina said, you got to clear your calendar. You got to prioritize what's happening. You're going diamond. You're laser focused. You're going to get it done. How bad do you want it? You got to go to a couple seminars and bring some people. Hello? I think you could do it. All right. Make sure that you're on the. Make sure you understand, after you've got a dream, you've made some commitments, and you've set some goals, make sure that you understand the power of a system. Get Randy Haugens. If you haven't subscribed for the MVP subscriptions, make sure you do it today. Get yourself on the subscription and get the last 2 because you missed it big time. Randy Haugens talking about the importance of a system is a home run. You need to understand what you're doing, how you're doing it. Get your head in the game. We got a lot at stake here. Are you ready? Okay, so understand the importance of a system and being on that subscription, so you're learning every month. You've got a CD going on. You're listening to it all week long, so you can repeat what Randy's saying. Okay? All right, thank you. I got my sunglasses because they're prescription, I can read. Okay. Guys are making me look good with everything, all right? Have a little fun, you know? This is just, have a little fun. Okay, now, here we go. All right. Hernandez. If you haven't heard Mike Hernandez talk on the MVP subscription, I mean, let me help you on something. If you didn't listen to Mark Crawford in Vancouver, which was a home run, Mark and Tammy, appreciate you, saw you guys earlier. These guys talked about lifestyle, what a system can do because you're using the system, just like Randy was saying. In fact, I have to admit, there's one tool we have forgotten, and it'll be easy to add online tomorrow. The tool number is TLDT. I got to talk to Blake and Randy about it, but obviously some of you are talking too much, and we need to get some duct tape. Right? Did you hear what he said? Don't say a word, just give him the CD. Tape your mouth. Now, this stuff is some serious stuff. I tried to look at it. It's got like glue on it, so I didn't tape my mouth. Right? I won't be able to talk the rest of the night. But you need to get some duct tape, some of you, because you're talking way too much. People are getting in, things are happening, and you're trying to do all the talking, and nobody's, again, if you're not getting what you want, then start letting the tools do the talking. People are prone to get in a car, drive in 2 hours of rush hour traffic, sit in a cubicle, and come back and do the same thing in rush hour traffic every single day for the rest of their life. They think because their parents told them they got to do it, their teachers told them how to do it, their boss tells them this is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. They're so prone, they don't know anything different, and they're listening to you, and you've got nothing different going for you. Give them Mike and Sai's CD that said, we went from eating tuna fish to millionaires. All right? You got to shock your friends. Your friends aren't going to listen to you no more than my friends listen to me, but if you shock them with the CDs, they're going to get it. And if they don't get mics, you give them Brigham Leaders talking about the history of a dream. How big is your dream? How bad do you want it? There's more to life than sitting in a cubicle forever. Shock them. But if you don't have any seat, guess what? I'm on the subscription and Gina's on the subscription. I got my dog on the subscription. If you came to my house, Brent's out there somewhere, he knows. The last meeting I did, I was the only guy with juice. I'm the only guy with the subscription CDs. There's no luck to this thing. You just got to be ready. Charlie and Debbie came to my house. They had everything they needed to succeed with the next. Someone's going to show up that's ready to go. And they were ready. Onyx showed up in our business. She had 80 people at her first home tasting. How would you like that? She had the people, she invited them. Charlie had all the juice and all the brochures. Everything you needed, Charlie and Debbie. And he picked them up from Briggs, so our upline was ready. People know how serious, they want, just like Onyx was saying earlier, they want to get in with somebody that's serious. How serious are they? Let's go do a trunk check-in when we get after the event at dinner tonight. See who's got their business builder kit in their trunk. Because if you got a business builder kit in your trunk, you're going to move it. Or your wife's going to send you back out. All right, Hernandez, Haugen, Schrader telling you, hey, if you're not sponsoring anybody, Rose is. So it's not MonaVie, it's you. Maybe you don't want to listen to that one. That's why you're not on subscription. Okay? Shock them. Tuna to a millionaire. Come on. I mean, can you imagine saying to someone, hey, I appreciate your job here. You know, I know you got a great job, but this guy went from eating tuna fish to a millionaire. Would you like to get out of here one day? You got to start getting people wanting to listen to the CDs. He reminds me of you, all right? Okay? You got to, if you don't get them curious, don't tell them the whole CD like you would duct tape, all right? Okay, Haugen, importance of a system. Understand your tools. Understand that the number 2 priority to succeed in this industry is getting to the MVP city seminars or seminars. They're in your calendar. Nothing's getting in the way. You're booking them. For the next 5 years, you're going to be at every one of them. That's what we did. Don't call us lucky. We did what the system said to do. All right? Second thing is, make sure you're focused on you're signed up for the major function before you leave and you got your whole team doing the same thing. That's the number 1 priority. Nobody wins that doesn't go to a major convention. It's like if you want to be a doctor, you know you're going to have to go to medical school. Doesn't matter when you're going to go, but you're going to go, right? You want to be a diamond, you're going to the major function. Congratulate yourself for being here. All right? Next slide. Okay. Next millionaires, all right? You got to have some confidence when you're talking to people, okay? If you were on the subscription, again, you would have got the copy of The Next Millionaires, okay? By Paul Zane Pilzer, who spoke at one of our last convention, who's has actually worked for a couple presidents, okay? And there's only one thing you got to read in this book. I mean, I got a lot of things highlighted, but this is the only thing I read right there on page, hold on, I got all the way to Crowne. Some gal knows, Brig knows, I got all the way to Crowne from page 62 on what was the Dr. Pericone's book. I made him so mad because everybody bought the book and didn't read it that he said we couldn't buy them. If you're a Monty distributor, you're not allowed to buy them anymore. So now we're going to make Paul mad, okay? Right? All you got to do is read this. Think about this. Start with this with your friend, because you know what? Read this first, then we're going to tell you what the next thing is. Of all the entrepreneurial opportunities available today, one of the most important is direct selling, also called network marketing, community commerce. The direct selling industry takes advantage of virtually every one of the trends we've looked at. Hello? And is perfectly positioned to create many of the next millionaires. Hello? Read that to your friend. Okay? If he doesn't get it, she needs some oxygen. You got three options in life if you want to be free. If you could agree with me, God didn't give me a lot of intellect, sorry to say, just common sense. But it's better to have street smarts and common sense sometimes. Right, Matt? Okay? Okay? First thing you could do to get free, if you agree with me that a job's not going to get you free, hello? I mean, come on, are you sick and tired of it? I did it for about 8 years. For 25 years, I went water skiing around the world. Freedom. Everywhere you could go. Had to get more pages on my passport. Then I couldn't compete anymore. Had to get a job. It was like prison. If your job is like prison, you're in there for the rest of your life. I mean, wouldn't you rather live up and have a ball like I have for the last 5.5 years with no job? I didn't say retired. I just said traveling around with my wife while we're young instead of waiting until we're 70, 65, then find out you can't do it till you're 75, then you can't do it. That's what everybody else is thinking. Shock them with a CD. And tape your mouth with duct tape before you hand it to them. What do you want me to do? Let's take that. What are you saying? You're going to come back tomorrow to pick it up? How hard is that? 3 a day. Okay? Okay, here's your three options. You can start a business. It's going to cost you about $100,000. Okay, $50,000 to $500,000, average $100,000. You can buy a franchise, going to be $250,000. All right, and everyone knows if you start a business, the bigger it gets, the more headaches you got. All the business owners are in the room. They want to get free. We got every single kind of business there is. So those are your two options. The last one is MonaVie. For the last 90 days or so, people have been the reason why when everybody asked who stood up and talked to two people, how bad do you want to get free? 2 people for the last month or whatever, every single day? Come on, you got to have to talk to somebody I don't even like to talk to people, all right? I know if I get home, Gina's going to kick me back outside if you didn't talk to somebody. That's how I got Mike Hernandez sponsored. I didn't want to talk to the batting coach, thought about it for an hour, opened my mouth. He ended up getting in, sponsored Mike, and he quit. Got a black diamond. I thought about it for an hour. I mean, I don't think anyone, you think about this, all right? MonaVie, okay? Biggest problem we've had for the last 90 days is everybody's been looking. If you ever remember back in the day, by the way, I got it on my mind here. People are not drinking enough juice. I love what Randy says. The other day, when I sponsored my friend at the meeting the other night, we drank like 3 bottles of juice just in the audience. I poured the juice for everybody. We just kept drinking, right? Like Chico. All right? Chico's got it. Brazilians got it. They're drinking the juice, man. We're not drinking enough. You need to be carrying your bottle around. You want to get attention? Carry that bottle into church. Right? And tell your preacher that my friend Steve, who's helped 102 people in his organization, not necessarily I didn't help all of them, but 102 friends have made $1 million because I said yes to MonaVie. And if you ain't being talked about, you're not doing anything. That's why I'm walking this into church. Right? Look at that guy. He thinks he's going to get rich. Yep. Probably he's right. Okay? You need to drink more juice. You drink every time a person comes in your house, you just start drinking. You go out of the house, you just start drinking. We are handing these CDs out, you're drinking all over town. Nobody knows what this MonaVie Max is. I just talked to the Brazilians I had dinner with last night in the black tie. They said we talked to 6 people today. Nobody knows what MonaVie is. No one knows. It's you're saying to yourself that you think they know, but they really don't know. All right? Have that bottle, be drinking. See how many bottles you can go through in a day. If you owned an orange juice company, you'd be going through as much orange juice as you could. Are you with me? Think like a business owner. You're like stretching the juice. Here's a cap. Well, your group's doing half a year what you're doing, so they're drinking a half a cup a day. And nobody's getting a feeling, and nobody's making any money. So start drinking the juice, spilling it all over the place. All right. MonaVie. Problem is, back in the day when we only had the juice, I used to tell people, don't stand outside the grocery stores looking for someone to walk like this. All right, go get that guy. He needs MonaVie. Okay? All right? Well, now because of Reveal, everybody's standing outside the grocery stores looking for the big guys. All right? Go get that guy. He needs some Reveal. Let me help you on some. Would you agree that every minute of the day there's an infomercial or a commercial going on weight loss? Right? But guess what? There's a skinny guy behind every one of them commercials getting rich. So stop looking for fat people. That's the problem. You want to know why we want to up our sponsor rate? You got to be looking for the right people. If you interviewed Charlie and said, how in the world did Steve and Gina go Black Diamond 125 days, go Royal in 6 months? Rose, let's do it. 6 months. Okay, and that was a good economy, and I was the only guy broke. That's embarrassing. Now at least everybody's broke. You're all together. Okay? It's embarrassing to walk around, everybody's rich, and I'm the only broke guy. Okay, and don't say, hey, you couldn't afford it, because Charlie knows I couldn't afford it. I figure if I'm that broke, what's another $1,500 bucks? Okay? Funny thing, show me a guy that's never took a loan out, doesn't have any business sense, okay, compared to a guy who owes $1 million, just went bankrupt, owes $1 million. He'll find $1,500 bucks. The other guy, I can't find any money. I'm just telling you, start thinking and looking for some people that like to win, even if they were down on their luck like Gina and I was. You need to start talking to people and understand who you're looking for. You will not have any trouble if you are telling them the truth on how to get started right, and if you are looking for the right people. We are looking. Again, there's people praying. They're either going to get a territory and start a franchise with 5 stores. They need $500,000 to $1 million each store, or they're going to get in MonaVie. There's not many choices. $1,500 bucks. I mean, it's cheaper to get a $1,500 kit and get a $1,500 kit for the back seat, not in the trunk, in the back seat, so you're looking at in your rear view mirror. That'll make you move it. Okay? Let's get serious here. I got those 12 cases of juice, man. By the end of the weekend, we were down to handing out bottles because people were getting in so fast. Come on, the gal's sponsoring people that quickly. Understand that you gotta get ready. People are looking to see how serious you are. Did I go through all the slides on that one? Go back one more time. All right? Watch. Okay. If you're talking to the people that are looking for an opportunity, you're going to find the people that want to get the 1,000 PV kits. Are you with me? You can always say, hey, here's 200 PV. You can get somebody started. But you want them to be started the right way. The last meeting I did just before I came here, there was a guest that had signed up, but they didn't punch him in. And there was another couple that just came over here, okay? And both of them got on the 500 PV kit. The other guy had signed up on 200. So whatever the other person said about the 200 PV, they were feeling sorry for him or something. Like Gina said, I told them the truth. They ran up, said, I want the kit you got up there because I had my own kit right there, 500 PV. They signed right up. It's what you're telling them. People want to be led. They want to know what they're looking for. Okay. Stay focused. Pray every day. Pray for favor and wisdom to lead God's people. You should be reading a devotional every day. I got Briggs devotional, okay? I just got done telling them how great yesterday's devotional was, and I just looked on here to next month's. I'm a month ahead, right? So don't be looking for it yesterday if you got the book. It says here, how many loaves do you have? He asks. Go and see, Mark 6:38. Learn to look for extraordinary within the ordinary moment. I remember my upline, Brig and Charlie, always telling me, work where you're planted. Stop trying to come and tell me you got a contact in India when you can't go gold in your own town. All right? They're going to figure out in India you don't know how to go gold there too. Okay. Opportunities for growth and blessings are consistently coming your way. Hello? Or passing you right by. James writes, if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God. What did I just say? Pray for wisdom. You need some wisdom. What do I need? Pray for wisdom. Okay, don't say anything. You might need to get some duct tape on the way home. All right? Father, show me what I'm not seeing. Your word says you can turn a curse into a blessing. If I can't change this right now, how can I use it to grow wiser and do better next time? Be a better person. What are we talking about all weekend? Okay? People attract the people that want to change. When you consult God and you begin to see things in a new light and find answers you never dreamed possible. Be reading every day, okay? I mean, it's kind of silly. If my high school teachers told me telling a team like this to be reading, they'd be like, something's wrong, all right? Okay, I was figuring out how not to read, okay? Okay, pray every day for wisdom, okay? Ultimate Success God's Way is the book. Get a big dream. Don't get tired. You got to have a big dream. Do I seem tired? I've been in for 6 years. I'm fired up. I mean, think about it. If you're tired now, you're going to be in 10 years that much more tired. So you better get fired up now because you're going to have to do this sooner or later. Does that make sense? You got to shock your friends. They got to do it too. You got to use the CDs to shock them. All right? Every time they say something, hey, you got to listen to this. There's something wrong with your thinking. Okay? Get a big dream so you don't get tired. People get in this thing and get tired in 6 weeks. Dal and I've seen it. It's crazy. All right? How can we still be fired up after 6 years? You don't got a big enough dream or you're not passionate about helping a friend. Think of somebody else, how you're going to help them instead of all worried about yourself. Because what we were hearing from this stage, there's a lot more things that could happen to you that are worse than you not being able to sponsor somebody. People can tell if you're desperate. Please don't even put that in the notes, but please don't be desperate. Just start handing them out. They start talking like they don't want to let their wife look younger. They don't want to go on trips with their family. They don't want to take and help their wife get a free sports car. Give me all my stuff back and run. They'll be thinking about you then. If you're talking them into it, that's when they're like, I ain't doing with this guy. He's desperate. Okay. Get an extra business builder kit. I already told you that. Get it in your back seat. He already told you that you're going to get 200 PV for the 1,000 PV kits. Get yourself 1,000 PV kit before you leave. Might be quiet, but it's cheaper than starting a franchise. You need $500,000. Go spend $1,300 and get yourself the $200. You're going to be making money fast. Because you're going to be moving it. You're going to be constant. Don't leave here without getting that kit. Okay. Attitude. Have the attitude, if it's up to me, it's up to me. Stop waiting for your upline to do it. Stop waiting for Randy to do it. Nobody's doing it. You're going to do it. Charlie didn't do it for me. He showed me how to do it. It's up to me. I was so bad when Matt and I did it that he forgot his wife's name, but we did it. They all got in. The first meeting I did for somebody else was Onyx. I was so bad, she took the marker out of my hand, but they still all signed up. Have you had the marker taken out of your hand yet? Well, then you haven't really done what I did. Okay? Don't be afraid to flip the chart, okay? Believe me, if you bring me to your house and the person doesn't have a dream, they ain't getting in. All right? Doesn't matter how good I am. They're not getting in. But if you go there and tonight's your first day getting this flip chart, by the way, this flip chart doesn't have to be perfect, okay? You just read this second page on the flip chart, even if you're shaking like this. Tell them to read it. Flip it. I'll flip it as soon as you're done. Tell me when you're done. They just think you're fired up. All right? Don't come to us and say, hey, we need this flip chart. Guess what? Just skip whatever pages you don't want, like Grayson says. If the person's looking, the facts don't count. They're going to get in, okay? Get yourself a big dream. Get yourself on everything. Are you all in on everything? I'm on the juice. I couldn't believe when I talked to Dale, and he said, it's amazing how many people, there's only very few that take everything. I take it all. I pixie stick the brain thing, all right? I take it all. I don't know what's in all the bottles. Every time somebody asks me how many milligrams of glucosamine, I just tell everyone they got a great question because I read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You don't tell anyone, you don't tell people everything you know. You just tell them they got a good question. I like that guy. I'm getting in with him. Let me ask you a question. Why do you need to know how many milligrams of glucosamine is every shot? I don't know. Hey, when you figure it out, call and ask me next time. Meantime, let's get you signed up. You're trying to call the MonaVie doctor. They're coming up with the next product. They can't get back to you. Sign them up. All right? Okay? Don't be afraid to flip the chart, okay? Don't wait for your sponsor. I had the marker taken out of my hand. Your group's watching you. You drink all the juice, they drink all the juice. You pour juice, you turn off the TV, they'll turn off the TV. Have fun. Enjoy the journey. Don't try to be so serious. I mean, come on, you got to work anyway. Start handing out some CDs and pour some juice. Set a goal for gold before you go to bed tonight, okay? Business builder packs. Make sure you got you're promoting the 500 and 1,000 PV, okay? I'm just telling you, people, you're looking for people that are looking, hey, we'll sign you up for 200 PV, but this is the right way to do it. Make sure they know the right way to do it. Look for people. Do you have your kit? I hope you got, or asked that already, okay? As I go to your town, I'm going to start checking trunks. All right? Because I want to see if you're serious. People can see right through you. If I got a flower shop with no flowers and you got a shop with flowers, who's going to do business? Well, you got no juice, no reveal, no nothing. No CDs. Who's going to do business with you? They're looking to see how serious you are. Because I looked at Charlie, I looked at Brig, I looked at Dallin, I went to the warehouse. It was that big. I mean, this guy's serious. He shut it down, built one in Jacksonville 10 times bigger. They are watching you to see how serious. Onyx had it. She just said it up here earlier. They're looking to see how serious you are. Are you ready to answer them with a CD? All right? Keep a list. Keep adding to your list. I love when people say, I don't have any more names on my list. I'm like, man, I didn't even go to school, and I can figure out if you take one off, you got to put one on. I mean, I'm looking for sharp people. That doesn't sound like a sharp person to me. I don't know about you, but if that's the kind of people you got, start sharp sponsors some people that want to pass you up. Is that a good thing? Because then you don't got a ministry. Every morning you wake up, they're calling you and saying, oh, I can't sponsor my mom. You can do it. Take you forever. Pass a bunch of folks that want to pass you up. Okay? All right. Contact and CDs. Doesn't matter which contact and CD you give because you're going to have duct tape on your mouth. Right? But you're going to get good at starting handing these out. Okay? If that's all you got to do and pour the juice, by all means, place bottles with people you believe in. My friend that just signed up on the big business builder kit that's here today, I placed him. I didn't even know him. We're in the depth of somebody else. I'm placing a bottle with him. I get more bottles, more, all kinds, CDs galore before I even signed them up. Are you with me? Are you ready? Use the CDs, know how to use them. I love when Randy on the talk the other day on his webcast, okay, he talked about who to hand the CD to. He said, hey, if you got somebody that's very influential, really articulate, and uses big words, use his CD, okay? You know, a corporate guy like Corbin was making multiple six-figure income, had his pay cut by 2/3. You say, hey, you know what? You got a great job, don't you? But you might want to listen to this because this could happen to anyone. Hello? Can you get him to say just a little bit and then shut up? This reminds me of you, okay? He didn't really know how to hand out mine, though. Who do you hand mine to? A guy that negotiates his way out of high school, all right? Just say to him, hey, this will really make you mad. This guy didn't go to school, been water skiing his whole life, heard about mom, didn't even want to do it. Hadn't had a job for 25 years, had to get a job for 8, was like prison. Now he hasn't had a job for 5.5 years. This is really for ambitious people. It's for ambitiously lazy people. How many of people know somebody that makes $1 million? Well, you can easily say then this guy makes 4 times what you make and he doesn't work. Listen to this thing. You might want to hear it. Might really make you mad. Can you get him to listen to it? I was up here listening when Randy was saying to the gal, well, what if they didn't listen to it? Hey, if you can say a couple great things. Hey, would you agree the weight loss industry is the hottest industry out there right now? Every minute of the day there's something about it. Yeah? Listen to this. You got to hear this. You got to get them to want to listen to it. Okay? Real quick, guys, I'm going to go through it here. Learn how to hand them out. Set a goal to make sure you're handing 3 out a day or contacting somebody. You don't have to say MonaVie to every person. Robert Kiyosaki book, 21st Century, is a great book to give to people, and the CD. Shock them with what's going on. They're right now, they're looking at you and they're not being shocked. What did they say up here? Someone did. Do something different, okay? You got to get them out of the rut. Tell them, you guys are in a rut. You're going to work forever. These guys are having a ball. Flip it to the next one there. Okay, got 2 more. Set a goal for going gold. Get your gold quest sheet. You're going to sponsor 3 people. I'm not going to go over it. It's self-explanatory. This is how you work depth. You're going to go and help sponsor 3. You're going to go sponsor 3 people by handing out these CDs and drinking. Okay? And listen, and you're looking for people that are looking winners, people that like to win. You're going to sponsor 3 people, then you're going to go with them, like Gina said, and help them. Could just be handing out CDs for a night. How many CDs can we hand out for you? Don't be inviting people to a home business review and open unless they heard a CD and they possibly even saw a one-on-one or two-on-one before you get them to the meeting, because they're coming because they will have a dream. They're not saying no on the phone. I don't want to get it. I don't want to have a bottle of juice or get in a business opportunity. Start handing them out every day and help your friends sponsor 2 people. You're going to do that 3 months in a row, and you're looking at the statistics in MonaVie are you're going to be looking at 1,000 a week. Who wants to go gold? Go on a free cruise. All right? Flip the chart. One more. I got 22 seconds. Stick with it. Be loyal. I went royal in 6 months. I've been having a phone call every week to go to another network. I didn't look left. I didn't look right. I stayed focused. Now I've helped 102 people make $1 million. All right? Put everything you got into it. Come on, treat it like it's your own, like you put $100,000. It's your life. Your back's against the wall. Set a goal for gold. Talk to somebody every day. Talk to 3 people. Have the urgency but patience with yourself. How bad do you want it? Really, how bad do you want it? Do some more. Be more. Use your product. See the positive in every situation. Hey, we're expecting you guys to go make it happen. We believe in you. We believe you're going diamond. We love you. It's your time. Make it happen. Come on.